Hey guys, we're going to get started here in just a couple seconds, and before I hand it off to Chris, first off, let me know if you can hear my voice well, and if you can see Chris's screen. Uh, okay, awesome. Thanks, guys. All right, so I hate to spring this on you at the last second, but a couple things. We're going to have a critique tomorrow on Sunday. I'm going to get that set up. I meant to get it set up a little while ago to give you a heads up on it, but how it's going to work is I'm going to create a critique thread in the forums, and you'll just post a few images, let's say, and questions, specific questions if you're running into anything, and we'll cover that live in a critique tomorrow, same time as today. But I'll send out an email to notify you of all the instructions and that kind of stuff. And also next week, Chris will cover this a little bit more, but there won't be a live class next week. It's going to be pre-recorded. Chris has a prior engagement of some sort. I'll just let you talk about that then. I'll hand it over to you. All right.
All right. Hello, everybody. Excited to be here again, and really excited with all the results in the forums. Some really good work. I know it's a little bit hard to keep on the pace, sometimes with all the stuff we have to do in our daily lives. But again, like this is important. It's kind of like it's an investment. So it's interesting if you can, try to really put some time on the models. I'm trying to do this every night, and at least 2 hours a night to produce the work. Yeah, so as Will was talking about, you're going to be out next week, but they're going to record the whole thing during the week. And the thing that is a little bit, it's not as it should be, I guess. It's like if I'm going to be talking about modeling the human body or a creature's body, it would be nice if I had like more time to do this class in a way that would be like more concentrated. But talking about the anatomy and why I make certain choices and how I extrapolate certain things. But at the same time, since this is a class that's more like a overall overview of how I produce my work, it's kind of hard to really concentrate in one single thing, because we are having like to really talk about a lot of stuff, and we're going to be talking about shaders and lighting and render and posing and all those things. So it's a lot of work to cover in only 10 lessons, right? So I really hope you guys understand that, the whole goal of this class is to really expose you guys to all those things and the way I produce my work. And I think the most important thing is always to see how the artists work, and then get insights of how to produce your own work. I'm going to try my best to really explore the maximum I can in every single lesson. Try to take most advantage we can take. From now on, it's like it kind of like goes beyond that exercise of getting familiar with the form. The same technique we're going to be able to use like for the body, it's like defining planes and the rhythm and all those things. But from now on, it's basically hands-on all the time. So we're going to be sculpting the wrinkles and pores and learning how to produce those alphas and brushes I use to produce this kind of stuff. So and then of course, like, you're going to get right into modeling the body. I'm going to show a couple of ways you can start building it, using different things, techniques and maybe even softwares. But it's kind of like, a lot of stuff is really up to you guys to do your own research and get some of the references I'm pointing you guys to, and then looking at some websites, it's like in really doing your own research and come with your creatures. And I'm going to be, of course, like trying to guide you to do, it's like if it's not expressive enough, or if the body language is not, talking the way it should, and things like that. But it's really up to us to really produce a lot of work during those next weeks. And congratulations for all the beautiful work posted in the forum. I'm trying to follow everything, but it's like you guys are so we have so many that's going to be great to have this thread now specific for criticism, and then I'm going to be happy to just go there and post my comments, and then have the a day, for example tomorrow, just for the criticism. So I hope you guys understand, and let's get right into this thing. So we're going to be talking today about the anatomy of the skin. And when you talk about skin, it's, as I said previously, I think it was in my webinar, that people tend to actually understand the detail of the skin as basically like scratches, right? Like the wrinkles, the way they are formed. It's basically like it's just sculpted as a scratch, when in fact everything it's a collision of forms, right? We have like bigger forms and just colliding with each other all the time and compressing with each other. The direction of the wrinkle is normally perpendicular to the direction of the fiber of the muscle, so there's a compression happening, and then which causes the wrinkle to form. But then we have some areas like the chin and other places that the wrinkles are so random, but at the same time they obey a certain order when you look close. I mean, like, they look random when you look from distance, but then they obey a certain organization in there. I took some macro pictures, photos of my face and the face of some friends this week to show you guys like macro stuff. It's like just to get like right into the pore and see how the structure of it is. Of course, you're not going to need to do this, but just understand how the form happens in there. We're going to be talking about the skin deformation, and then wrinkles, pores, bumps, and scars. All the details that make us unique. And going to be creating some skin alphas and brushes. Also, we're going to be doing some interesting exercise that's basically just using an image to create a displacement map for the iris, just to add more realism to the eye. We're going to be using a displacement map for it, so I'm going to be talking about that as well. And then for the assignment for this week, I'm going to be talking about creating your own set of skin alphas. Those are going to be basically based on images you find on the internet, or hand-painted maps in Photoshop you can do, or it's like taking pictures of your own skin, things like that. And also, there is a huge library of alphas at the Pixologic website that can point you to that as well, so you can use some of those to add to your library. And then going to detail the iris using a picture, and then we're going to be testing it. So during this week, you're going to have the time to create some skin alphas. This is like somehow a fast process to create those alphas. It all depends on how extensive you want your library to be. You can go anywhere from like from 5 brushes all the way to 100 brushes. It all depends of how you want to deal with this. Importantly is to have like very different parts of the face and arms and legs and things like that. So the skin is like it's a single organ. It's the biggest organ we have, but at the same time it's so different in characteristics, right? Like every single part of your body you have a different, specialized kind of structure that represents that area of the skin. Some of those exercises, some of those examples I'm going to be using here. It's basically the way I sculpted the detail for the Hulk. If you guys watched Avengers, and there's a lot of super close-up detail, and you can see all the spores and things. Of course, we used like some scans and things like that, but a lot of stuff was hand sculpted as well.